But you see, the idea that there are no wrong feelings is an immensely threatening idea to people who are afraid to feel in any case. And this is one of the peculiar problems of our culture, that we are terrified of our feelings, because they take off on their own. And we think that if we give them any scope, and if we don't immediately beat them down, they will lead us into all kinds of chaotic and destructive action. It's so funny that we in our Western culture today say that kind of thing. We who do more chaotic and reckless kind of action than anybody ever did. But if, for a change, we would allow our feelings and look upon their comings and goings as something as beautiful and as natural and necessary as changes in the weather, the going of night and day, and of the four seasons, we would be at peace with ourselves. Because what is problematic for Western man is not so much his struggles with other people and their needs and their problems as his struggle with his own feelings, with what he will allow himself to feel and what he won't allow himself to feel. He's ashamed to feel really profoundly sad, so much so that he could cry. It is not manly to cry. He is ashamed to loathe somebody, because you are not supposed to hate people. He's ashamed to be so overcome with the beauty of something, whether it be a natural landscape or a member of the opposite sex, that he goes out of his mind with this beauty. Because all that kind of thing is not being in control, old boy, not kind of having your hand on the wheel. But it is because, you see, we don't go with that we're not in control. That we try to pretend that our inner life is different. So I think this is the most releasing thing that anybody can possibly understand. That your inner feeling is never wrong. That's to say, what you feel, it's never wrong that you feel that way. It may not be a right guide to what you should do. In other words, if you feel that you hate someone intensely, it isn't necessarily the right way of dealing with that feeling to go out and cut his throat. But it is right that you should have the feeling of hating, or of being sad, or of what? Frightened, terrified, whatever it is. For you see, when a person comes to himself, he comes to be one with his own feeling. And that is the only way of being in a position to control it. It is in exactly this way that the sailor always keeps the wind in his sails. Whether he wants to sail with the wind or whether he wants to sail against the wind, he always uses the wind. He never denies the wind. Well, and it's exactly that same sense that a person has to keep going with his own feeling. Whether he wants to act as the feeling obviously suggests or act in a different way, he has to keep the feeling with him, because that's his own essential self. But when he attempts simply to sail against the wind, he's lost himself. He's become just a kind of empty mask which hasn't got any real life behind it. And all its protestations of love and goodwill are hollow. So you see, it is in the most basic, simple situation. A mother has a child. She got it by accident, you know? And she thinks, oh, heavens, now I'm all tied up, full of responsibility, and so I can't stand it. So I really didn't want to have it, and I mustn't think that thought. All good mothers naturally love their babies. And so when she gets the baby, she says, darling, I love you, but her milk is sour. And the baby gets the other message. The baby's mixed up. So, to sum up, what the mystic primarily feels is the divinity, the glory of whatever is. And when we apply that to the moral sphere, what is what one feels genuine. And this must always be admitted, always allowed. It doesn't mean to say, let me emphasize this, it doesn't mean that we always are therefore compelled to act upon the basis of what we feel. That is to say, that to kill the person we hate. Hatred does not necessarily lead to violence. It is unacknowledged hatred that leads to violence. Honest hatred can be expressed in much simpler ways. But the expression, the recognition, the acceptance of what is honestly felt is the moral equivalent of the vision that whatever exists is a manifestation of the divine.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna probably have to quit drinking after today for a while, a week, maybe one day, 1 week at a time. This 4 day shit, I can't do it anymore. My gallbladder.
Well, I was diagnosed with PCOS. I started this rapid weight gain. Because of that, I lost my confidence to sing in front of people. That was the hardest.
Life is spontaneous. It happens, in the words of the Taoists, Ziran, which means of itself so. That's their Chinese expression for nature. What happens by itself. What isn't pushed, but it just pops up, you see? Like, I'll never forget, there was a great Zen master I knew once in New York. He was giving a lecture one evening, and he was dressed in his gold ceremonial robes, and he was sitting in front of an altar like this sort of thing, but he had a table in front of him with very formal, with candles on it and a sutra scripture on a little desk, and he was lecturing on the sutra. And he said, fundamental principle in Buddhism is no purpose, purposelessness. When you drop fart, you don't say, at 9 o'clock I drop fart. It happened of itself. You know, and all these pious Western devotees, you know, kind of
put their handkerchiefs in their mouths and try not to laugh. So, but that's the meaning of something that happens of itself, like drop fart or have hiccups or you came into being, you know. It happens in a kind of a plop way like that. See? Now, you can't tell that process. You ought to happen. You must happen. Because that puts a bind on it. In the same way as when you have a child and all the relatives have come to a party on Thanksgiving, and you put the child into the middle of all the relatives and say, now dear, play. See, it absolutely bugs the child to do it like that. And so this is the problem for every artist. Because an artist is a man who makes his living by playing, whether he's dancing or painting or playing music or whatever it is. And he has to overcome this problem. He has to know how to play in public at a given time on an appointment. See? Now that's not an easy thing to learn. But when you catch on to the trick of it, you can do it. To play on demand. That's the hardest lesson of life. To contrive what is called by my Japanese artist friend Saburo Hasegawa a controlled accident. The thing is that we have been educated to use our minds in a certain way, a way that ignores or screens out the fact that every one of us is an aperture through which the whole cosmos looks out. You see, it's as if you had a light covered with a black ball, and in this ball were pinholes, and each pinhole is an aperture through which the light comes out. So in that way, every one of us is actually a pinhole through which the fundamental light, that is the existence itself, looks out. Only the game we're playing is not to know this. To be only that little hole, which we call me, my ego, my specific John Jones, or whatever. If, however, you see, we can maintain at the same time the sense of being this specific John Jones with his role in life, or whatever, and know also underneath this that we are the whole works, you get a very marvelous and agreeable arrangement. This is a most remarkable harmoniousness. I mean, it gives one's life a great sense of joy and exuberance if you can carry on these two things at once. If you, in other words, you know that all the serious predicaments of life are a game. Now, I want to put it two ways. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, something to be condemned, to take your own individual life seriously, in dead earnest, and to have all the problems that go with that. Do you understand that being that way, that being a real mixed-up human being, is a manifestation of nature that is something just like the patterns on the waves out here, or like a seashell. You know, we pick up shells. I always keep one around, sort of an example for many things, and say, my goodness, isn't that gorgeous? There's not an aesthetic fault in it anywhere. It's absolutely perfect. Now, I wonder if these fish look at each other's shells and say, don't you think she's kind of fat? Oh my, those markings aren't really very well spaced. Because that's what we do. See, we don't realize that all of us, in our various goings-on and behavior and so on, are just as more marvelous, much more complicated, much more interesting. All these gorgeous faces that I'm looking at, you know, every one of them, some are supposedly pretty, some are supposedly not so pretty, but they're all absolutely gorgeous. And everybody's eyes is a piece of jewelry beyond compare. Beautiful.
Got a cobra on it. Or, it's not a cobra, I don't know what the fuck that is. Alright. This is gonna be some fun.
You must understand the idea of the world as being in flux. Dukkha really arises from a person's failure to accept the other two characteristics, lack of permanent self and change. The feeling that we have of an enduring organism, I meet you today and I see you, and then tomorrow I meet you again and you look pretty much as you looked yesterday, and so I consider that you're the same person. But you aren't. Not really. When I watch a whirlpool in a stream, here's the stream flowing along, and there's always a whirlpool, like the one at Niagara. But that whirlpool never really holds any water. The water is all the time rushing through it. In the same way, a university, the University of California. What is it? The students change at least every 4 years. The faculty changes at a somewhat slower rate. The building changes. They knock them down and put up new ones. The administration changes. So what is the University of California? It's a pattern of a particular kind. And so in just precisely that way, every one of us is a whirlpool in the tide of existence. And we are in every cell in our body, every molecule, every atom is in constant flux, and nothing can be pinned down. From one point of view, change is just too bad. Everything flows away. And there's a kind of sadness in that, a kind of nostalgia, and there may be even a rage. Go not gently into that good night, but rage, rage at the dying of the light. This is the nature of change. If you resist it, you have dukkha, you have frustration and suffering. But on the other hand, if you understand change, you don't cling to it, and you let it flow, then it's no problem, it becomes positively beautiful. The fact that things are always running out, that things are always disappearing, has some hidden marvel in it.
The Japanese have a word, yugen, Y-U-G-E-N, which has no English equivalent whatsoever. Yugen is, in a way, digging change. It's described poetically. You have the feeling of yugen when you see out in the distant water some ships hidden behind a far-off island. You have the feeling of yugen when you watch wild geese suddenly seen and then lost in the clouds. You have the feeling of yugen when you look across Mount Tamalpais and you've never been to the other side and you see the sky beyond. You don't go over there to look and see what's on the other side. That wouldn't be yugen. You let the other side be the other side. And it evokes something in your imagination, but you don't attempt to define it, to pin it down. So in the same way, the coming and going of things in the world is marvelous. They go. Where do they go? Don't answer, because that would spoil the mystery. They vanish into the mystery. But if you try to pursue them, you've destroyed yugen. Like I remember when I was almost a child in the Pyrenees, in the southwest of France, we went way up in this gorgeous silence of the mountain. But in the distance we could hear the bells on the cows clanking. And somehow those tiny sounds brought out the silence. And so in the same slight permanences bring out change. And they give you this very strange sense. Life is life, you see, just because it's always disappeared. Supposing suddenly, by some kind of diabolical magic, I could say zit, and every one of you would stay the same age forever. You'd be like Madame Tussauds waxworks. You'd be, in 1,000 years from now, what beautiful hags. So, the trouble is that we have one-sided minds. And we notice the wave of life when it is at its peak or crest. We don't notice it when it's at the trough, not in the ordinary way. It's the peaks that count. Take a buzzsaw. What seems important to us is the tips of the teeth. They seem to do the cutting, not the valleys between the teeth. But do you see, you couldn't have tips of teeth without valleys between them. Therefore the saw wouldn't cut without both tips and V-shaped valleys. But we ignore that. We don't notice the valleys so much as we notice the mountains. Valleys point down, mountains point up. And we prefer things that point up because up is good and down is bad. But seriously, we don't praise the peaks for being high and blame the valleys for being low. But it is so, you see, that we ignore the valley aspect of things. And so all wisdom begins by emphasizing the valley aspect as distinct from the peak aspect. We pay plenty of attention to the peak aspect. That's what captures our attention.
but we somehow screen out the valley aspect. But that makes us very uncomfortable. It seems that we want and get pleasure from looking at the peaks, but actually this denies our pleasure, because secretly we know that every peak is followed by a valley, the valley of the shadow of death. And we are always afraid because we are not used to looking at valleys, because we are not used to living with them. They represent to us a strange and threatening unknown. Maybe we are afraid the principle of the valley will conquer, and the peaks will be overwhelmed. Maybe death is stronger than life, because life always seems to require an effort. Death is something into which you slide effortlessly. Maybe nothing will overcome something in the end. Wouldn't that be awful? And so we resist change, ignorant of the fact that change is life, and that nothing is invariably the obverse face of something.
Alright, I think that's enough of Alan Watts. Ready for some music. This Irish whiskey tasted so bad. Damn! That was an expensive bottle. I wish I could have made a couple more.
But I'm good at killing people. I followed Ryan.
The guy you were supposed to burn?
Yeah, I ended up doing a scene with him. I'm like, could you help me out? Action. What do I don't know what to say.
Wow.
The acting class made me feel really motivated.
Acting.
Behold my new phone. It's fucking huge. Two chicks with a bird cloud. This'll do, fuck it.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
As he likes an American spirit, he asks how I can smoke such shit. I say there's nothing like chain smoking TPC cigarettes. The city smokes will kill ya, but these will make you feel like it. I sit back down on the parking lot curb and remember back to February, the trip to Hartford, when 5 minutes ago he was passed out on the staircase, trying to walk to hit a parking, but not making it all a smile after hitching too many miles.
That's not easy.
We aren't revolutionaries, but we are the revolution. And sometimes I think that the whole movement is just me and you. And that maybe we'd all be better off if that were true. Cause then at least we know where we stand. And we can tell our comrades apart from the band. But if the world isn't that simple, maybe this town isn't.
Nathan! Katsumoto's attacked the railroad at the border of his problem.
Pass it, Ross. Alright, ready? Tastes like pancakes. 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, I was sober and done, walking out Williamsburg. So they renamed this place Hot Soderberg. And I've been drinking with they homos, and they say that they ain't homos, but they look like one to me. I got 25 bucks to blow in my dress over. Yeah, that's 5 drinks, 5 by 5, and don't leave it up. Yeah, that's ice, and that's vodka, and that's soda. No, don't put no bullshit straw in it. 'Cause I'm starting to get right in my dress soda burn. Well, my brain is feeling start a little wild. Oh, that's so I feel appropriate alcohol. Everything is bad now. Well, I can't look over it like the soda bird. We'll not stop to try to home this romantic
Why can't anybody just tell me that somebody's? I know about myself inside my head. With this 40 hours on repeat. How much? Because everybody's got more money, they got more money than me. Why can't anybody just give me some more money? Because
on my clothes and then I went down the rodeo. I'm all the clothes all washed and gathered around man. Tripping on drums, cussing out the moon like flowers around your lawn. Ran down to the parking lot. Something wrong with your marble ding dong. Took some speed to coming down, and I'll never put beside it again. Man. Ha! Sang CCR, threw up in gasoline, threw up potato salad on the karaoke machine. Told my friends, kids, Santa wasn't real. Are you interested in movies yet? Do you wanna feel one? Tripping on shrooms, cussing out the moon like flowers around your lawn. Ran down to the parking lot. Something wrong with your marble ding dong. Took some speed to calm it down, and I'll never put beside it again. Man. Sang CCR, threw up in gasoline, threw up potato salad on the karaoke machine. Told my friends, kids, Santa wasn't real. Are you interested in movies yet? Do you wanna feel one?
Damn it! I really, really, really like that song. Yep, I'm a virgin. I gotta save my virginity. I'm a 30-year-old virgin. It's a long fucking video. Holy shit. I've heard this one like a billion times. I'll hear one more.
Take your land, which is rightfully ours. Years from now, my people will be forced to live in mobile homes on reservations. Your people will wear cardigans and drink highballs. We will sell our bracelets on the roadside. Play golf and enjoy hot hors d'oeuvres. My people will have pain and degradation. Your people will have patience. The gods of my tribe have spoken. They have said, do not trust the pilgrims. And for all these reasons, I decided to help you in turning your village to the ground.
bacon belly. On your lassos, can you wrangle it? Kissed by the flames.
So I pack my face and ran far away from the child. I cast with my two hands, alone traveling with nothing but a shadow. We fly far away. Until the sun goes down.
I tell you friends, I adore her. And when she dances, oh brother, she's a hurricane in all kinds of weather. Jump in the line, rock your body in time. Okay, I believe you, jump in the line, rock your body in time. Okay, I believe you, jump in the line, rock your body in time. Okay, I believe you, jump in the line, rock your body in time. Shake, 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 Senora, shake your body line. Shake, 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 Senora, shake it all the time. Work, 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 Senora, work your body line. Work, 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 Senora, work it all the time. We can talk about cha-cha, tango waltz on the rumba. Senora's dance has the title. Jump in the saddle, rock to the right. Jump in the line, rock your body in time. Okay, I believe you, jump in the line, rock your body in time. Rock your body, child. Jump in the line, rock your body in time. Somebody help me. Jump in the line, rock your body in time. Shake, 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 Senora, shake your body line. Shake, 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 Senora, shake it all the time. Work, 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 Senora, work your body line. Work, 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 Senora, work it all the time. Senora, she's a sensation, the reason for appreciation. And fellas, you got to watch it. When she wind up, she back up, she go like a rocket. Jump in the line, rock your body in time. Okay, I believe you. Jump in the line, rock your body in time. I start screaming that little higher. Jump in the line, rock your body in time. Shake, 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 Senora, shake your body line. Shake, 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 Senora, shake it all the time. Work, 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 Senora. I'd come and leave one work all night and a drink a rum. Snack banana till the morning come. Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana. Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana. Here I come and be mango. 6 foot 7 foot 8 foot bunch. Here I come and be mango. 6 foot.
Now let's set the record straight. There's no argument over the choice between peace and war. But there's only one guaranteed way you can have peace, and you can have it in the next second. Surrender. Admittedly, there's a risk in any course we follow other than this, but every lesson of history tells us that the greater risk lies in appeasement. And this is the specter our well-meaning liberal friends refuse to face, that their policy of accommodation is appeasement. It gives no choice between peace and war, only between fight or surrender. If we continue to accommodate, continue to back and retreat, eventually we have to face the final demand, the ultimatum. And what then? When Nikita Khrushchev has told his people, he knows what our answer will be. He has told them that we're retreating under the pressure of the Cold War, and someday, when the time comes to deliver the final ultimatum, our surrender will be voluntary, because by that time, we will have been weakened from within spiritually, morally, and economically. He believes this because from our side he's heard voices pleading for peace at any price, or better breath than death, or as one commentator put it, he'd rather live on his knees than die on his feet. And therein lies the road to war, because those voices don't speak for the rest of us. You and I know and do not believe that life is so dear and peace so sweet as to be purchased with the price of chains and slavery. If nothing in life is worth dying for, when did this begin? Just in the face of this enemy? Or should Moses have told the children of Israel to live in slavery under the Pharaohs? Should Christ have refused the cross? Should the patriots that conquered bridge have thrown down their guns and refused to fire the fire around the world? The martyrs of history were not Jews, and our honored dead gave their lives to stop the advance of the Nazis who didn't die in vain. Where then is the road to peace? Well, it's a simple answer. You and I have the courage to say to our enemies, there is a price we will not pay. There is a point beyond which they must not advance. Winston Churchill said the desolate man is not measured by the circle of the great forces around him, their spirits and their animals. He said there's something going on in time and space and beyond time and space. Which one we like it or not? It's God's given. You and I have a pocket with destiny. We'll preserve for our children this, the last best group of men on earth, and we'll sentence them to take the last step into 1,000 years of darkness.
be my last time drinking for a long fucking time. The last time I drank, my gallbladder acted up really bad. There's a fly on the TV screen. And here, got him. Where is he? I knocked him unconscious, that's for damn sure. Quick, gas him! He'll be back. He'll be back. I don't think I killed him. Yeah, that little fucker got in yesterday. He's been bugging me all night last night. I got tricks that I use, like when the sun goes down, I'll leave the bathroom light on and let him go in there and then trap him in there. That's one of the best things to do. Next best thing is to open the door, but there's getting more and more flies outside, so that's a chance. That's a risky move. Trying to get him to go outside. There's a lot of fucking flies outside. I don't know where they're coming from, but I'm fixing to shoot off some poison under my trailer. My goddamn sewage thing's been leaking a lot. But yeah, man, this is gonna be my last drink for a long, I don't know how long, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, I don't know. Yeah, man, my drinking organs have gone downhill. Last time I drank, my gallbladder got very upset. And for about 2 days, I had a stomach ache. It was pretty bad. Lots and lots of acid. So, yeah, I need to chill out with the alcohol for a while. I've been taking the vitamins to cleanse my liver and kidneys. Milk thistle and dandelion root. One of them is heavy, and it's the dandelion root. One of them's like 1,500 milligrams of milk thistle, which is insane. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to take those pills with diarrhea, but I'll do it anyway. Fuck it. Made me feel a lot better after taking those pills. No more pain in my stomach. And it slowed down the pain over here a lot. I'm pretty sure right here is where my liver and gallbladder is. I don't know if it might be on the left side, but something over here on the right side severely fucked up. So what are you doing, Ed? Are you drinking? Why would you say cheers unless you're drinking? You know what I'm drinking, right? What am I drinking? It's an expensive ass bottle. Triple distilled, matured, and bottled in... If I say where it's from, you're gonna know. From Ireland! It's my island! Yeah, we spoke gayish. It's a dead language. Nobody really speaks it anymore. It's not completely dead, but it's nearly completely dead. Yo, is that wine? No. This is whiskey, man. Come on. Irish whiskey. Jameson. Vampira. Hey. Vampira, are you the one that was in my stream years ago with the teeth? Because I don't understand that. If you're that, I thought you were a chick. When I go and watch Vampira's streams, it's a bunch of fat people. Usually a fat, long-haired dude. What's the point of having long hair if you're fat, man? I don't get it. I don't get it. If I was fat, I would just totally have like a fucking flat top. Posh. Dude, I'm gonna turn posh. I can't fucking keep drinking like this anymore. Slow it down a lot. I think I'm probably just not gonna drink anymore. I mean, I will, but very rarely. Catch me on once a week, it'll probably be Mondays. Yes, and blood does my show a lot. Yeah, like that I don't know, whatever. I am beginning to grow pot again. I am starting to grow pot again. I'm gonna go start. I haven't planted them yet. I got them sprouting, germinating in the bathroom. They're on top of my toilet tank. So every time I go to take a piss, I can see that there's still water in there. Still wet. And I'm not even going to wait for them to sprout. I plan to go plant them on Tuesday. It's a bunch of... Now, what I'm really concerned about, what really concerns me is, do I plant the weak ones in the good soil or the strong ones in the good soil? Everyone here is not fat. Left my ass off. Could have fooled me. There's that one guy who's always talking. He's got long hair and he's like a fucking butterball. I got your fat lungs, dude. Watch what you say. I got your fat lungs, dude. Watch. Was that a threat? Drinks all around. Let's get the party started. No, let's make fun of fat people. I want to know what this guy's got. I got your fat lungs, dude. What the fuck does that mean? I got your fat lung, dude, right here, buddy. Suck it. Let's make fun of some fat people. I'm looking forward to planting that pot at my mom's. I just really want it to sprout first. Who do you see that's fat? Your stream all the time. There's nothing but fat people. Sally, have you seen this person's stream? I'm not even sure if it's a woman or not, even though they call themselves Vampira. It's like a chick's name. I always thought it was a chick. But no, when I watch the stream, there's some big fat fucker with long hair, man. Did you watch anything green to wear? This St. Oh yeah, I'm wearing... Dude, come on, everything I'm wearing is fucking green. This is green. My pants are fucking green. They're not pants, they're pajamas. Everything I'm wearing is green. Fuck. Should I go get my St. Patty's Day top hat out of the fucking back bedroom? If I can find it. A lot of spiders in there. I haven't gone in there in a long time. I use it as a storage room now. A lot of fucking spiders. Everything's covered in cobwebs. Scrub up. What? What do you mean scrub up? Think I haven't taken a shower? First thing I did when I got out of bed. As a must. No, it's not. It's only a must if you're fucking got your mindset on it. I'm not putting on a fucking hat. I'm not drunk enough yet. Maybe when I'm drunker. This fucking whiskey's tearing up my belly. Stomach. It's alright, just let it tear through the stomach lining and then everything will be okay. What are you drinking, you fucking pussy? Fucking beer! I'm drinking beer! Tribe Leader's getting pissed off you haven't been on fucking Orc in a while. I was supposed to be on there today, and I didn't even give notice. Oh shit, there's Michelle. I can barely hear you! Turn up your volume! A stomach ache right now. Yeah, my gallbladder's probably freaking out. Yeah. I need to get Jelly to walk me through how to turn that shit off. I've tried several times before to turn it off. But because PlayStation Network or PS4 sucks cock for a living, I can't shut it off. I've even called them up on the phone and tried to get them to help me shut it off, and they can't do it. They can't do it. That's good. That's good. I know I can shut it off. It's just I gotta try more than a few times to shut it off. So this is my new phone, CTE, fucking awesome. It's fucking big. Wow, it's real big. Press the guitar player line.
I knew you was just the long-haired dude. Who's the fat butterball with the long hair? The pumpkin guy. Or call him the pumpkin. Why don't you suck his blood? How do you think? The most plausible answer is probably the most likely answer.
$20 bottle of fucking booze, man. And I wanted to drink. I could totally do Irish car bombs with this if I only had the ingredients. 2 more ingredients. Onion Kahlua and Guinness. And I could make Irish car bombs. Small little thing of Kahlua. I pour a shot of Jameson and then top it off with a little bit of Kahlua. Drop the shot into a glass of fucking Guinness and shove that shit. Irish car bomb, motherfucker! Ow! Yeah. That's the best guitar player alive, in my book. He plays a 12-string guitar. He gets these fucking finger things mounted to his hands, like fingernails glued to his fucking hands, so he can. So what are you doing for St. Patrick's Day, Michelle? Is Rob over? Scott? Didn't Tony say he's gonna hook up Rob and Scott, the 2 butt buddies? No dime. Zach and Randy Rhodes are the best. No, Randy Rhodes isn't alive, and I have no idea who the fuck Zach is. Randy Rhodes died, okay? Randy Rhodes would be the best if he was alive. But he's dead because he flew a fucking plane into Ozzy's fucking bus and broke Ozzy's back. But, you know, Ozzy was like, God damn it, I miss Randy so much, man. No hard feelings between Ozzy and Randy. Even though Randy nearly killed Ozzy by flying a fucking plane into his bus, his tour bus. You don't hear about that very often. Yeah, Ozzy's guitar player flew a plane into his fucking tour bus. Fucking delicious. I had bacon yesterday. I ate a bunch of bacon yesterday. I ate a bunch of fucking food yesterday. My neighbor got me high yesterday. That was really cool because I got really fucking high. My tribe leader loved it. He's asking all these questions. When I get high, man, my personality changes for the better. We might be a little bit left, not really. We'll try to take the full. But yeah, I'm hatching marijuana seeds in my bathroom. I kind of want to get the neighbor to come with me when I go and plant them. That way he can see that they're planted. I didn't fucking do anything. He gave me the seeds. He says we gotta split them 50-50. He says I owe him $20, but fuck that. If I can grow him pot, I don't owe him shit. That's what I say. Yeah, I might be able to get a hit out of this. But, like, what really confuses me is I don't know if I should plant the weak seed. Bitch! Why? I gotta change that fucking tune. Oh, damn. Asparagus wrapped in bacon? That looks really good. Damn. But it's still not an Irish dinner. You're supposed to get, like, corned beef and oh, you bitch. Stop it! It's not corned beef and cabbage. Ozzy Osbourne Crazy Train. Randy Rhodes! Come on, I want to see the one with Randy Rhodes. Yeah! Flying a bus and nearly killing Ozzy? Yeah, that's what rock and roll's about. This is also a very good song, but I need something a little more uplifting. Just putting out their Tommy Robinson 12 tomorrow speakers for okay. You're from us. You're from England. Fuck all that. Hail Trump! Hail Trump! Sick Heil! Sick Heil!
Oh, my God. Forever on the go. So fast and slow. I know it can't stop. I want to know. I want to. Have you ever seen me? I want to know. Have you ever seen me? Coming down the street. Have you ever seen? I don't know. Have you ever seen? Coming down the street.
Yeah! Fuck yeah. Yeah. I used to work in this shirt. I used to go to movie theaters and set up the equipment. Yeah, not the equipment, the box, the stand-up boxes. A lot more difficult than you can imagine, especially with Spider-Man. Dude, that guy was a cunt. Fuck Spider-Man. Hardest box we ever had to set up because you had to get the lights just right. Left, right, left, right, left, right. It was a pain in the ass. But yeah, I got it. After Mom yelled at me, it took us like 6 hours to get it right. All of you who went to the movie theaters to see Spider-Man, fuck you. Now, I can't say fuck you if you went to see Batman, because Batman is kind of a lot better than Spider-Man. It's a lot more believable. Spider-Man. You know, and then they did the Venom thing, and then they came out with the next one, and I thought they would do the part where he starts mutating and growing like 6 arms and shit. No, they're not gonna do that one, are they? Because they fucking suck. Hollywood fucking sucks. I wanted to see fucking what's his name, Tobey Maguire grow like 6 arms. That'd be great. But no, Tobey Maguire quit. He's like, fuck Spider-Man, and probably for good reason. I say fuck Spider-Man. Have a question before I leave. Why does it matter if you're a bigger person? Blood is not big. It's just his belly, and that's not cool to say about. Well, you really want to know? It's not really the fat that bothers me. Not at all. What bothers me is he acts like a bigger, a white black person. That's what really bothers me. That's why I don't think I really talk in your stream when I join it. And just go, look at these idiots. Why the fuck would I want to talk to them if I leave? what, north? South? We went north. Blood is amazing. Let's say that. Wait. I don't even know who the fuck Blood is, so. You can talk about me, Billy. Come on, drink it up. Till you're like Dave. Dave who? Super Dave? Fuck Super Dave. That guy's fucking bad as fuck. He's dumb as fuck, too. Bitch is about racing and you hear him playing rap and shit. I do play rap, but only the good kind of rap. It has to be, like, really fucking good. Yeah, there's a lot of fat people in your fucking stream, dude. I used to think you were a chick. I used to think you were hot, you're female. Now I think that there's just some fat guy using your name. My heater. Something I've never tried before, and I probably will not try it, but it's an idea. I tell you what, when I start burying it, if there's still bacon grease left, I will use it. So, you have been in my stream and never seen me. Unless you are in the background. There's a lot of... Usually when I watch your streams, there's a lot of people over. And yeah, I guess I've never seen you. A lot of fat people. I always have fat people. Why? Because it makes you look slimmer? Yeah, it's St. Patrick's Day! What are you all drinking? Drinking Jamesons? Like a good Irishman should. I have very, very little Irish in me. Mostly English. English on my mother's side, and Dutch on my father's side. Not green, man. That was yesterday. Yeah, well, today is St. Patrick's Day for us. That's why I'm drinking. It's a fucking drinking holiday. You're supposed to drink today. Everyone should be able to drink, even children. I don't care if you're like 5 years old. You need to pour a 5-year-old a couple shots of wine. Everyone should drink today. It's St. Patrick's Day, for fuck's sake. Try to get Michelle to get her like 7-month-old drunk. Well, she is teething. I imagine you could dip your thumb into the whiskey a few times and rub it on her gums or whatever. I don't know. I'd take an eyedropper and put it on her gums. I don't know. It might be a bad idea. She'd probably puke. Just a couple drops. Yes, kids should totally drink today. It's St. Patrick's Day! Come on, if you're gonna be religious, then do it right. St. Patrick loved to drink, and if he liked to drink and he made it so high up into the fucking disciple thingy, then everyone should drink today. Even if it's just a little bit. Everyone. I don't care if you're an ex-alcoholic. Then you still drink non-alcoholic beer, which still has 2% alcohol in it. Can you braid my butthole hair, bro? No, Trey, I cannot. I don't touch black people. Unless I have to. I disagree on the kids. Well, I say yes, get your children fucked up. Did you know when I started drinking, back when I was like 13, 14 years old, there was no age limit. There was no, I know, you're gonna tell me I'm wrong, the age limit is 21. No. When I was young, there was no age limit on drinking as long as you were under the supervision of your parents. So like you could feed your kids whiskey and all kinds of shit. As long as they were under the supervision of your parents, you could drink all, That's what me and my mom would do. We'd play cards and get drunk. It was pretty fun. I'd always cheat. I would always cheat. When she wasn't looking, I'd slide a card up my sleeve and be like, yeah, I'm gonna win this no matter what. I got the ace. Watch this. Boom. Card gone. It's in my sleeve now, and I'll pull it out when I need to. You can't do that at casinos. It's impossible. Because they have a camera pointed at you the entire time. They're constantly watching your hands. Oh yeah. Where are you from? You're from here. You're from the United States. You should know this. I have heard that there was a law of 21. Back in the day, when I was like 12, 13, and 14, the law said minors can drink alcohol as long as they are under the supervision of the parents. That has changed. That has changed greatly. You go to a karate class, and every once in a while you see like these black belts, brown belts and shit drinking sake. The master, the sensei, will reward good behavior with sake. Like, alright, everyone have a drink of sake. What is sake? I don't know. I'm not a big sake fan. Is it stronger than normal alcohol? Is it weaker than normal alcohol? But, for me, normal alcohol is 80 proof. Need to get high. Yeah, not many people have. Oh yeah. I've met a lot of police officers and shit. They're like, there's no way that was around here back in the day. I was like, yeah, it was. And they're like, well, it can't be legal anymore. I'm like, yeah, I doubt it. I doubt it's legal anymore, but back in the day, back in the early 2000s, it was 2004, 3, and 2. Well, let's just say 3, 4, and 5. You make moonshine, huh? Well, what's the percentage of alcohol on that? Say 180, what? What is it really? It's not the percentage of alcohol, that's just how they measure it. Actual percentage is like 40 below. It's 80 proof, so that means it's 40% alcohol. No, it wasn't in the 1980s. It was not in the How old am I? I'm 30. 30. I've tried mushrooms before, and the thing about doing mushrooms is you gotta be sober when you do it. Otherwise, you won't be able to keep it down. Now, recognize, when you eat mushrooms, it tastes like human feces. It tastes like eating human shit. Mushrooms... Trying to keep mushrooms down is not easy. I highly recommend you have it with some other food. Bye-bye, vampire. Send me some pictures. Celador. So after we get my weed plants going, I think I might take some cats. I don't know if I want to or not. My neighbor has these cats and he wants to get rid of some of them. And I figure after our plant gets strong enough to survive anything, I could turn them loose around my neighborhood and they probably have a better life. I don't know. Like cats, dude, they're crazy as fuck, dude. They have their own route that they like to go through at night, you know? Meow, 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 meow. It's when the sun goes down and the sun comes up, the cats are out. They go meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. They're looking for something. They're trying something. I'd like to get them at my mom's house. I really would. But first things first, I need to get my plants strong enough to survive them. They might start digging in my garden, just most likely. So my plants have to be arranged first. I'm fixing to grow pot again. This time at my mom's house. I'm seeding them right now with 2 paper towels and water, trying to get them to sprout. After the germinate or sprout, I don't really know what germinate means. I know sprouting them. I'm soaking them into between 2 wet paper towels and trying to get them to sprout. Then I'm gonna go bury them under a pomegranate tree because it looks like the pomegranate tree produces the most nutrients that they would like. So that's my plan. I'm gonna go bury a bunch of pot marijuana seeds under a pomegranate tree. And this pomegranate tree has been cut down and blasted out with dynamite, and it still comes back. Now I'm guessing the nutrients in that soil is so strong there's no getting rid of it. Not even if you, I don't know, even it seems like even if you hooked it up to a tractor and a hitch and ripped it out of there, it'd still come back somehow. Plant seeds into seed mix. Now I know what to get. I'm supposed to get rock wool, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to put it in the dirt and pray for the best. Plant them about 1 foot apart, 12 inches apart. That should do the trick. I got to tear up the ground a lot because there's a lot of seeds. I disagree. Yeah, it will be sucking nutrients from the plant, but it will also be sharing nutrients with the plant. You understand? Pomegranate fruit it's been falling into the ground for years over there. So anything that rots in the ground is nutrients. I'm going to mix up the soil as best as I can. I will try to plant the marijuana maybe 5 feet away. I really need help with the digging. I'll just start digging a hole. I'm going to plant it right next to a pomegranate tree. It seems like the best idea. It's where the most rich soil comes from. That's the way I see it. And I also would like to take some soil from here and bury it over there. Mix it all together, give it some really nice soil. I need a bucket to do that and a truck. But my neighbor, he drives an El Camino. I could totally load up a box of dirt in the back of his El Camino. We could carry it to the planting site. So yeah, I'm very, very serious about growing pot this year. Very serious. I've learned how to grow pot better than I did last time. Last time I did very well. I grew a $900 marijuana plant, 12 feet tall. Some tweakers came and ripped it out of the ground just as it was starting to bud, so I never got to try it. But this year's going to be different. I'm going to plant somewhere else where it's safe. It's safe to grow there. Nobody will ever find it there. That's my plan, and it really seems like a good plan. I think I can do it. I think I can pull it off. Now, the law says I'm only allowed to grow 3 marijuana plants at a time, but I'm going to do as much as I can. I don't care. If I've got 4 or 5, I'm not gonna rip them up and try to kill it. I mean, like, there's that fucking fly. I knew it was still alive. But yeah, man, if you have any advice for me when it comes to growing pot, I'd like to hear it. I'm gonna grow outdoors. Get away from me! Go over there. That's where the light is. Go to the light. Lots of sun, lots of water. Yeah. But I live in the Mojave Desert, so too much sun, well, it doesn't really exist as long as you keep giving it water. As long as it's got water, it's good to go. It's a weed. It's supposed to be like that. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to take the weakest of the seeds and plant it closer to the pomegranate tree and take the strongest of the seeds and plant it a little bit farther away so it gets more sun. But in order to do that, I really need some help. I can't do it by myself in that amount of time. I need my neighbor to come with me and really dig up the yard. We're going to dig up the yard, try not to hit any sprinklers or anything. There are sprinklers, and I don't want to fuck them up. But yeah, if I can get pot growing over there, the summer will be very kind to me. And the winter. Summer and the whole year will be very kind to me if I can grow it. Give nitrogen at the start. How the fuck do I get nitrogen? Nitrogen. I figure nitrogen is good, but when the plant gets strong enough to survive nitrogen. You can't just throw nitrogen into the dirt and hope for the best. You gotta put the seeds in there and then hope for the best. Bat guano, not cow poop. Even cow poop will burn up the seeds. You have to wait until the plant's strong enough to mix anything with it. I plan on using Miracle Grow when the plant is strong enough to survive it. You can't give Miracle Grow to a little baby plant. I mean, you can, but in little tiny sprinkles, like you're sprinkling something on a cupcake. Just barely do it. I don't know which H320 HD. I don't know, but I'm planning to grow pot in my mom's backyard. I'm getting the seeds ready right now. I'm sprouting the seeds right now in my bathroom. They're fixing to hatch, and when they hatch, I'm going to plant them around a pomegranate tree. I figure anything around that tree is gonna survive. I don't know. No, I'm not planting it in sand. I've picked out some really dark dirt. It's like black dirt. So I figure it must be good for the plants. These pomegranates have been rotting in the soil for like ever. So I'm going to use the nutrients from the pomegranates that have been dying there for years to fertilize my marijuana. Once the marijuana gets about yay high, let's say 6 inches out of the ground, then I can start sprinkling in nutrients like Miracle Grow and yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. I've done it before. I grew a $900 plant off of Miracle Grow. It's 12 feet tall. Tell me you can't grow a pot off of Miracle Grow. You can too. It's not exactly the nutrients that you're supposed to use, but, you know, it does the trick. Maybe dig a ditch around it and pour some Miracle Grow in there and let it filter through the fucking dirt. Osmozuki. What? Osmokoti? I don't know what that means. A 12-foot plant. Dude, what do you mean? You sound like an idiot, Bechdad. A 12-foot plant is about the best kind of plant you can grow. Nothing gets bigger than that. That's as best as you can do. 12-foot plant. And he says, a 12-foot plant is a $900 plant. Nearly cost $1,000 for that plant. I know, I should be starting with rock wool and shit like that. Rock wool has no nutrients in it. The thing with rock wool is you pour your own nutrients in it and the rock wool sucks it up. Dude, I can do it with Miracle Grow. I can. And I will. I just have to tell my mom not to bring the lawnmower, don't bring the fucking gardeners over. We'll come over and take care of it. Dude, if you got anything to tell me, you tell me something good right now, because I'm hatching the seeds right now. They're sitting on top of my toilet tank. A whole bunch of them. I'm thinking I'll plant the weak ones in the good soil. And plant the stronger ones around it. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it to nature for the first couple of months. Let it get started. Don't add anything to it until it gets strong enough to survive what I'm going to do to it. What, 1 foot apart, right? 1 foot apart? 12 inches apart? Nature is a bitch, but it's always treated me kindly when I'm growing things. Especially when it comes to pot. And I know when I plant it, there's not really any choice to use water. I don't really know what to do besides take a spray bottle, go out there with some water, and spray the ground with some water. That'll help it grow. Nutrients for the plant. I'm getting ready to grow. And any advice, any good advice you can give me would help. Wet soil. Yeah. You don't really want to take the hose. You just want to like mist it while it's growing. It is the secret, man. Like, you're gonna get mad when it turns hermaphrodite. It very well could. I won't get mad, I'll still smoke it. And then I'll have more seeds. So no, and I've got these genetically altered seeds where they're all female. They're from Amsterdam. I cannot check every day. I can check about twice a week. If it's a male, I have to rip it up. But if it is a male, I'm not gonna kill it. I'm gonna dig it up and try to replant it in my yard so I can go get seeds. But I have these genetically altered seeds sent from Amsterdam. I know if they start growing balls, I have to yank it. I don't know. All I know is that they come from Amsterdam. If they have balls, then they have to go. I know that. I already know that. As soon as I see balls in that plant, I have no choice but to rip it up. So 1 foot apart from each other is not a bad idea. And I'm using the sun, the actual fucking sun. I'm not growing them in a closet like Beckdad does. Beckdad doesn't even do that, does he? What do you do, Beckdad? Maybe he does grow pot. I don't know. It's been a long time since me and Beckdad spoke. He trolled me when I first started streaming. He's like, you know what? I like this guy. Still got my ring. I still have my ring, you fucking asshole. I had a dream about my ring last night. Yeah, Beckdad's a little bit of a bitch. You put me with him, I'm gonna have to bitch smack him a few times. Boom! Boom! What are you thinking? Get your shit together, man. I know, you'd think he'd do this to me, but no, I need to do this to him. Beckna needs a fucking bitch smacking. Tuxedo time. Tell me what to do. I'm gonna pee in a bucket. So yeah, I have these seeds that I'm planning to plant on Tuesday. If I can plant them on Tuesday, I think we'll be alright. Tuesday is the planting date. That's when I put them in the ground. Right now, they're sitting on top of my toilet seat, soaking in the water. Now, if I can pull this off, yeah, it's going to take months and months and months to do it. But I've learned a lot about growing pots since then. I'm going to always chop off the stem so it grows taller. I don't know if it'll make it shorter or taller. I'll have to experiment. I really would like some clones. Now you gotta chop the stem down to a certain point. I don't know. I really don't know anything about clones. Dad, you want to help me out here? I know how to trim. Cut off the top, cut off all the bottom leaves. Anything that doesn't get light, cut them off. But what about what I was just talking about? I don't even know what I was talking about. I'm gonna try to grow pot really, really hard this summer. Every ounce of my body is going to go into growing pot. If I can grow some pot, harvesting time comes in late October. Somewhere around Halloween. So even when I start growing now, I won't be able to harvest it until October. And to harvest it means I gotta take a big knife and whack at it until I get it, and then hang it upside down in a. I'm thinking I'll hang it upside down in my shower. To you don't want it too dry, but you don't want it too wet. So I think if I hang it for about 3 days in my shower, should do the trick. Harvest time over here is October. April and May. You're from Australia. That's a lot different. A lot different. Harvest time over here is October. It's when you hang it upside down and you let the THC drip back into the plants. Now, I'm pretty good at growing pot. I know I need to use some molasses. And I know I need to get the molasses from a grow store. I need to go to a grow store and say, hey, I'm growing pot. I need some molasses. Now, molasses is very, very important for the pot. Because it makes the pot strong. Instead of a weak bud, you have a strong bud. Instead of a bud you could just tear apart in seconds, you have this really strong bud. Molasses is for the marijuana plant. I don't know what kind of molasses to use. I normally take like anything with candy. Usually candy, certain kinds of candy have molasses in them. Like Tootsie Rolls. They're loaded with molasses. You can cut them up, chew them off, and spit them into the plant. Or guano. Or cut. That's what I want to do. Mix bat guano with Tootsie Rolls. Maybe the sugar will attract worms. And worms are good. And there's a lot of fucking worms. Dude, have you ever seen your yard flood and then there's like nothing but a bunch of worms trying to get out of the ground? So yeah, not really worried about that. I think I'm going to take the strongest plants, the strongest seeds, and plant them right in the middle of the yard. Seems like the best option for the strongest seeds. Even just one. Take the strongest seeds, cut up the yard a little bit. Thing is, I cannot do it all alone. I need help. Eventually, I'm gonna get tired of using the shovel. I need help. And I can do it. I'm ready to do it. I'm getting ready to do it. It's about that time of year. All the trees here are blooming. They're getting their leaves back on them. And it's a shame because they were only gone for about 2 or 3 months. And now summer's coming. The trees are letting us know that summer is coming. And it's scary. It's scary as fuck. They start blooming, and you're like, oh no, it's grow time. Well, I can do the growing thing. I really can, because I'm good at it. You don't know what you're talking about. The plants love the sun. And I'm planting them under another tree. The fucking pomegranate tree. Which leaves fruit for them to suck the nutrients out of. So yeah, I'll be growing pomegranate weed. Marijuana. Mixed with pomegranate nutrients. The soil is very dark. It looks like it's just waiting to have something grow next to it. And I'm gonna plant these seeds and see what happens. I know. If it's a male, I have to kill it, and I might kill something around it, which is why it's so important to really space it. No, it's up to me and my neighbor. It's not just up to me. I'm splitting the pot 50-50 between me and my neighbor. He gets 50% of it, I get 50% of it. Which seems like a pretty good deal. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, a little too close. But then I gotta dig up the grass and mix the soil together. So what really bothers me is thinking, should I plant the weakest seeds next? I'm thinking I should plant the weakest seeds closest to the pomegranate tree. We'll practice. One strong, one weak, one strong. So that way, I'm guaranteed to grow no matter what happens. Yeah, I'm planning to have weed this winter. Once October hits, we're gonna have a fucking pilestorm of weed. If I can do this right. Which I'm planning on doing. The only thing that really concerns me with this life is if I can get high. Coal, the weakest, only the strongest. So, plant the weakest under the tree where the nutrients is most valuable, and plant the strongest seeds a little bit outside of that. It seems like a great idea. I really think it'll work if I can tear up the ground enough. That's why I need help. No. I'm not gonna toss them. I'll plant them somewhere else. I'll plant them in another yard. We have 2 yards. We actually have 3, but I'm not going to grow them in the front yard to tell the world that I'm growing pot. I'm going to grow them in a backyard. We got a tall fucking wall. Unless somebody smells it, I don't think they're going to fuck with us. And they're probably going to smell it. But still, it's a lot safer than growing here. You asked for advice. I'm telling you what to do. I would do. Yeah. Planting them farther than a foot of space does sound like a good idea. But for that, I need help. I can't do it myself. Not properly. Oh yeah, I want to use the soil from under my tree and the soil that I was using last time to grow the pot. If I could mix the two together... I know. It's not gonna be easy. Of course, anything that's worth being easy is not worth doing. So yeah, growing pot is not exactly easy, but it might save my life. I might just switch to pot and say, hey, fuck it, I don't need alcohol anymore. Dude, growing pot for me is incredibly serious. I owe my neighbor some money. I owe him a lot of money. I'm gonna go see if I can get high with him. Or whatever. Make it $30. No, my mom can't help. It's me and my neighbor that are gonna do it. My mom's not gonna help. It's me. My mom's helping by letting us use her yard. So, it's me and my neighbor, really. We have to stir up the soil and fuck with it. I'm not dreaming of $950. I'm dreaming of some fucking plants that I can really grow. Now the law says that I can only grow 3 plants at a time, but I'm gonna do more than that. I have to do what I can. If anything starts growing, I'm going to take care of it and watch it closely, especially at the budding time. When it starts to bud, you look for the balls. Oh, it's got balls? Well, then I'll dig it up, and I'll replant it in this yard over here, because it'll be worthless over here. Nobody's gonna rip it up, and if they did, they're idiots. Yeah, at least it's legal. At least it's legal. I can grow up to 3 plants at a time, says the law. But I plan to do a lot more than that. I plan to do whatever comes out of the ground. I plan to harvest and do whatever I can to ensure that I'm going to get high this summer. No, I'm not tossing the males. I know, you should just kill the males. No, I'm gonna bring them back over here. And I'll plant them. I'll replant them over here so I can get seeds. I wanna go fuck with the neighbor. I hate to do this, because he's probably going to yell at me or something. Say I'll owe him an extra $30. But I won't be able to pay him until the next month. You guys should donate to me. I know exactly what I'm doing. Plant the females over there. Take the males very far away and plant them over here. I could plant males over here. Just for seeds. I want I'm gonna go see if my neighbor won't get me high. I'm gonna owe him more than $20 after this. If he does get me high, I'm gonna owe him about $30. I know what I'm doing. Oh, I think I know. Give me a minute. Right. Friends. I wish I had some money. We got some Jameson. We could share that. Dude, he's gonna yell at me. I really want to get high. I don't have any money. 30? I could put it up to $30. don't think he's awake right now. Oh, fuck, I do want some pot. Donate to my account so I can go get some pot. I really, really would like some pot. I'm willing to go out and get it. I need some money. I want to get high. I need to get high. I need someone to donate like $10 or $15 to my account. So I can go get high. Even then, probably have to walk there, but I'm willing to take the walk. Damn it. I need about $20 for a bus fare. I can just get there. I can walk back. I need to get high. I owe the neighbor $20, but he's not answering the fucking door. I want to get high. CBD indica? Sativa? Hybrid. I'd like a hybrid white widow. Trying to hit Michelle up. I don't think she's I want to get high. I need to get high. Look at me, I'm ending up begging you fucks for money. I don't have any money. I will send you pot. When my plant grows, I will give you 5 to 10% of my pot. I will mail you pot when I grow it. I promise, Fluffy. PayPal. You need to get high. I do. Better I do it now before I'm too fucked up to do it. $20! Kelly! You bitch! I need some more money. With about $6 more, I can get 3 joints. Wait, no, I need $7 more. $7 more and I can get 3 joints. I need some more. Otherwise, I'll just, fuck. Just make it 30. Dimable. Really? He says really. Who can spare $7? $7 would buy me a lot. I can get 2 joints, and I will walk. I won't even take the bus. I'm gonna walk there. Wait, no, I still gotta go somewhere to get the money. I need more money. It's like 7, 8. Let me text Michelle. She might be able to do it. It's enough for 1 joint. Fuck. Joint it is. Going down to the store to get one joint. It's a shame that you guys couldn't chip in just like $5 more. I'd walk there and back. $25 means I get 3 joints. 3 joints instead of 1. I think it's 7. I'm going through the scenarios in my head. Give you $10 if you dance like the killer in... Oh my god. Alright. Deal. You got a deal, Fluffy. I'll do it. But when I get my ass shut down, you don't fucking blame me. It's not that hard to do. Goodbye, horses. Lazarus.
always pass into the night. And I see all the sun, I'm scared. And most is the sweet ocean, I'm scared. So I see all the food. I've been there. I see my hopes and dreams were lying on the ground. See the sky just begin to fall. These things always pass into the night. And I say, oh, sun, I'm a scared. And most is the green rose. I'm a scared.
PayPal. So I gotta go fucking figure out how to do this. It's just a little bit of money. Even then, dude, I'm a little confused. Said I'd walk there. I don't think I can. I know I can't. I'm too fucked up. I can take the bus there. Maybe walk back. Even then, I have to figure out a way to get money for the bus. Alright, I got about $30. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I still have to come up with a magic way to get money for the bus. Which I don't have. Well, I guess I could pay in pennies. Now that will get me 3. And then I gotta figure out how to walk back, because there's no way I'm just gonna start walking there. I need to get a bus to get going. I could walk back if I could just get the money to get there. Yeah, that's gonna work. I still gotta stop somewhere and charge $2 for what it's probably not even enough money. I need more money. Shit. Maybe they have a St. Patrick's Day special. I fucking hope so. Don't know what I'm supposed to do besides go there. I neighbor's not awake, otherwise I would have tried to get him to give me a ride there. I still have to stop somewhere, to slide the car to get $1 to get the money out. Even then I gotta take it out twice, which is gonna cost double. I have enough money in the bank, but they don't accept credit cards. I have to pay in cash. I'm still short. Still short of money. Even if I walk there. The only way to really do it is to take the bus all the way there, and yeah, it's not exactly working out the way I wanted it to. Yeah, I know. It takes about $2 to extract the money. $2 that I should be using on the bus. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. The only way I can really do it is with the help from my neighbor. And he seems like he's asleep. I don't think he's awake right now. Right? Let's bug Michelle, fuck it. She's not answering. Fuck! Well, I guess I still need $2 to head out there. If I can just get a hold of $2 or even $1 before I go, it might be enough. If I can walk back, it is enough. If there's tax, I don't know if it's gonna work. I'll try. I can try and try again. Shango, Las Vegas.
Check and go. Here you go.
Shango, Las Vegas.
Here it is. Shango Marijuana Dispensary, Las Vegas.
yes, I was wondering if you had any specials on pre-rolls. 3 for $25. Alright, thank you. Bye. Everything is 15% off. That might be enough money. I know it is. If I can just get my hands on it. All I really need to do is get my hands on my neighbor. I'm gonna have to go knock on his door again. I need to get his ass up. I need money to go to the fucking store, just a couple of dollars. Right, so I got $1 from the neighbor. I don't know how this is gonna turn out. Still need to come up with $1 more. I think I can do that myself. I'm not sure. Not really sure. Look, it's gonna take $2 out anyway. I'm gonna do the best that I can to get as much money as I can. I got $1 from the neighbor. I think that might do it. All I know is that I need to stack up on as much money as I can. Pennies, quarters, nickels, dimes, anything I can find. I've got some nickels. I got a couple nickels over here. He's fixing to go out. Maybe he could give me a ride there. Try to do the best that I can. Thought they'd have a special because today's St. Patrick's Day, but they don't. So maybe 2 joints. 2 instead of 3. I want to get high, and you want me to get high. And I really want to get high. Two for 20, 2 for 25. I guess I'm just going to get 2 joints. just a couple of dollars, I could get 25 or 3. But I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah, thank you, Fluffy. Thank you, Fluffy. Going out, see if I can't score some drugs. You guys take it easy. I'll be back. If I can just score some. Yeah, I'll be back. When do I get back? Probably about in an hour or 2. About an hour and a half, maybe. About 2 hours to an hour and a half. Somewhere around there. Place is about a mile away. I could walk there. But, I'd rather walk back than there. Well, that's alright. Don't worry about it. You can still watch me from Killjoys. If you wanted to. I want to go get high. That's my main goal. I gotta go get high. I'm trying to get ready. Maybe my neighbor can drop me off at the nearest bus stop. If I hurry. Wallet.